So it's the day after, and all I can think about is, oh, I give up. I give up. I'm so exhausted from having conversations with people that are, I'm this way and I'm that way, and then that's not you at all. That's not you at all, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just ugly in person. I don't know. Like, I tell you ahead of time, like, I'm not a tiny person. I'm not a tiny person.
No, you are indeed not a tiny person. You can use whatever flattering language that you want. You're overweight. That's the sad reality of it. But anyways, gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well. Starting off with Sobbing Large Woman. This one is dating over 30. Let's get into this complication. This compilation that's apparently too complicated for me to say. Just kidding. Let's get into it. Yeah, it really zooms in there. Hey, but this is what Taylor wants.
The roughest is the next day, like today, and you wait for that next day text. Like, is it gonna happen?
Probably not.
And you keep checking your phone, and the hours just keep passing, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I feel like that's more so for women, because I feel like my POS ex found somebody real quick. And I blame that partially that the world is more populated by women than men. So there's just more variety for, you know, men and women to settle in some cases. I have feelings like everybody else. You know, most men find me cold because I'm not very flirty and fun, and that's fine. But
no, it just means that you're not interesting. Oh man, not interesting, not good looking. I get that all this light does, you know, miracles for you, but you're not really doing that good. You gotta settle for something.
at the end of the day, I'm a human and I have feelings too.
Of course.
Like, for instance, why do men ghost people? You know?
Women do it too.
I don't get that. Just say it. Just say, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. You know, we had a good time. You're just not the one. But instead, they are radio silent. And they just watch you from afar. It's like, it's one thing to not feel like I was good enough in my marriage. But it's a whole other thing to put yourself back out there and you're...
Boy, you had a chance. You were married. Something fell apart. You gained a lot of weight. You became, you know, a bitch. Like,
still not good enough, and you're like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong? It's exhausting being strong all the time, knowing that, like, you're a single mom who
And how do you think men feel?
takes care of her own. And that's not attractive to anybody. Because, I don't know. Your outside exterior? Like, what is it? What is it? Do I have to mold into a whole different person? Go on one of those fitness journeys? Why do I have to do that? Why can't I just be good enough?
I mean, that would certainly help.
I want to eat them so bad. But I hold on to hope that there's someone out there for me. But where is he?
So all of us are
He's divorced and going through the exact same struggles as you were, you know? Till death do you part, but you divorced. And I hope to that man that he has a lot better luck in the dating market than you do, which is probably not going to be the case, given how unfairly it is, but I've said enough on that one. Anyway.
talking about, oh, let's not date ever again, right? I mean, because realistically, if you're single right now, good luck. But if you decide to stay single like I am, the problem becomes I do crave the intimacy. I do crave that little you know, you know. Trying to find that in a healthy way is like, it's, you offer something on a plate and people go like, yeah, I really want that, which is the thing that is on your plate. And you're like, okay, I'm happy to give that to you, given that you're not a toxic douche. Are you a douche? And they go like, yeah, I'm a douche. And you're like, I'm not happy to give you when you're a douche. And they're like, why not? You said you wanted. Yeah, because when you're a douche, it typically means I don't get any relief.
I really don't know if this woman's oversensitized herself with toys or something, but like, if you gotta do a lot of things wrong in the bedroom to not please somebody, or you're just incredibly insensitive from whatever the hell you've been doing. You got a nose piercing. I wouldn't be surprised if you had something down there, to be honest. Not something I want to really think about. I think I threw it in my mouth a little bit. But for real, why are you surprised when you're just throwing yourself out to the dogs and the dogs want to have some fun?
So I'm gonna say no. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, and this is why you're sexless.
But you're looking for shit. I know. And I still don't want a fucking douche, so. And that's about 99% of the encounters that I have.
Now, fellas.
Sounds like you more want to friends with benefits than casual hookups. Most guys aren't douchey.
Don't shoot. But do men not want to be providers anymore? Because it seems like these days, every time I talk to a man, it's always a big hoopla about how $250.
Not to you with your talons and oversized glasses. My God, don't fit your face.
Is too much for a first date, and their shorty needs
$200? Ain't no way. I would not spend more than $20 on a first date.
to put in on some of the bills, and they're not going to be paying for everything. And I'm just curious if men don't want to be providers, because they also don't want women walking around here hyper masculine all the time, but you're not giving us a space for a soft life. I know for me personally, I know what my life is like without a man. So if you're going to come into my life as a man, you're going to have to bring more than what I already have. And if you're not willing to do that, then I'm not willing to share my space, my time, my body, or my energy with you. Ladies, tell me if it's just me. And before the men start going crazy, I'm not talking about the women who bring absolutely nothing to the table and they just want to take. I'm talking about the woman.
Which sounds exactly like you. Like, what do you bring to the table? My lord.
That you met, who had all her stuff together, who was maybe a single mom, but if not, still a single woman taking care of herself, and you coming in talking about you want to split bills. Why would you think that we wanted to do that? Enlighten me, please.
Here is a sign.
Yeah, no, they don't. They just want to take. Give nothing back. No kidding, people aren't dating.
That he may not be the right guy for you. He says that you are too needy or too sensitive. And this is where you don't want to go. Oh, how can I make myself less needy? Or how can I change myself to fit in with him? No, stop that. That's not the way to go. You gotta own your needs. Some of us may be high maintenance up to a point which is not healthy for us. But You don't want to change that because you want to fit in with him. You want to change that because you want a healthy, loving relationship long term. And this man...
So you have to understand that these parts of yourself that detract you from men need fixing. You know?
Can definitely be part of that exploration, but not by you trying to diminish yourself or your needs. He's got to know that you have your own back. So here is what I want you to say to him if he keeps saying that you're too needy or too sensitive. Yes, sometimes I feel needy. I am probably a bit of high maintenance, and I really do need a strong guy who's able to handle that. You ask him for what he thinks and listen to what he says. And if he's a good guy, he will probably try to find out more about your needs and try to understand why you're feeling needy. And if he doesn't do that, then he's simply not the right match for you in this moment. If you are a feminine essence woman, you want to make sure that you have a guy who's able to cherish your feelings, and otherwise it will always be just a big struggle.